Okay, we've created another new Python file, and now we're going to talk a bit about strings. So let's start with just creating a string. And always our string is going to happen inside of the quotes, kind of an open and closed system. And Mr. Lagarde is goofy, and his mother dresses him funny. Okay, so obviously when I run this, file run, and we get our little run window. Mr. Lagarde is goofy and his mother dresses him funny. So inside of a string, there's lots of things you can do. But if I wanted this to be on its own line and get rid of and his mother, we can always just do a backslash and then n space. And let's run that. And we now see that's on 2 lines. And this little part right here is called the escape. So what if we wanted to say have funny inside quotes inside the quote? Well, let's get rid of the second line. We don't need that for now. But right here in front of funny, we would put the backslash, and then we would put a quote, and then we would put another backslash and the quote, and then let's run that. And we now see that funny is actually in quotes, even though quotes are reserved characters in Python. So let's get rid of that. Now, what if we wanted to add 2 things together? So we wanted to add Mr. Lagarde is goofy, in quotes, plus his mother dresses him funny. We would do another set of quotes. Whoops. Set of quotes there. And now if we run that, we shouldn't see any difference, except right now you'll notice down here that goofy and are together. So what I need to do is obviously put a space over here, and there's a really fancy word when you put things together, and it's called concatenation. And that's when you put 2 things together. And obviously kind of weird, but okay, so let's run it again and we'll see that the space is gone. Okay, very cool. Now what if we wanted to have all of this in uppercase or lowercase? Okay, let's start talking a little bit more about strings. The next thing we want to talk about is strings and then string functions. So we have this phrase, Mr. Lagarde is goofy and his mother dresses him funny, which probably is true. But let's create a variable, and let's call the variable phrase equals, and then let's just take all of this and cut it out of there and put it up here. So we're now saying the phrase variable equals that whole string. And so, like as you know before, if we can say print phrase, because it's now a declared variable, and if we run that, let's clear this first, if we run it, it should say Mr. Lagarde is goofy and his mother dresses him funny. Yeah, big deal. Okay, so now let's have a look at a couple of the things, the functions that we can do with this. So for example, we could put in after phrase, period, and then we could say lower. And then if we run that, and I missed a bracket. Let's try running it again. So you can see that it's taken, when I added those second set of brackets, you'll see that it's taken all of it and turned it into lowercase. So what if we type in upper? And it's really happy because it's throwing some extra stuff in there for us. Okay, and let's run that, and now everything is in uppercase. Big deal. So what if we ask it a question? So let's take everything that's in uppercase and let's ask it if it is in uppercase. So what we're saying is the phrase in uppercase. So it will return an answer that's going to be true or false. So obviously it's false because all of it is not upper. And we could say is lower. Oops, spell lower correctly. And then let's run that. So these are called functions. These are all things that are built in. Obviously it's not. But what if we say, let's turn that phrase into upper. And then let's ask if it is in lowercase. So let's try that one first. Is upper, is lower, and I needed a period right here. Is lower. And here we go again. So it's false. But what if we say, is it now upper? Because we know it is, because we're turning it into upper. And let's run it. And hey, finally it's true. So these functions we can work together is what I'm trying to say. Now, what if we want to know where a specific character is? So what if we want to know what the first letter is? So we still have the same thing. Okay, so let's now look at if I index and say what's the first character. And strings are weird because they start with 0. So M is 0. So if I put in phrase, what's the first character, and I run it, I get M. And if I put in the 20th character and run it, I see that's an A. So I can tell exactly where something happens. I can also say phrase dot index, and then I can say what I want to index. So for example, Goofy. And I run that, and it tells me where the word Goofy starts. Another one obviously is phrase.replace. And we'll say replace Goofy with cool. Make sure I've got all my brackets correct. Let's see what happens. So now Mr. Lagarde is finally cool. Okay, that's all I want to talk about in this section about functions. So your job is, you'll see a little link below that shows you more functions that you can try out, and I want you to come up with, examples of 10 different text or string functions that you can use, and show me how they work. Okay? And again, when you're all done, you're going to save that as a keynote, so do screen captures. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you soon.